For more than 3 decades, Casamance has been the scene of an armed conflict between the separatist movement of the Democratic Forces of Casamance (MFDC) and the Senegalese army. The conflict has displaced hundreds of families, steadily eroding the area's rich natural diversity as armed groups take control of farmlands and critical forests reserved where scores of trees are sold to cater for the long-running conflict. But peace efforts by various entities and government have never relented efforts to promote dialogue and bring warring parties to the table for amicable resolution. The pathway to peace is a crucial element being popularized by multiple civil society groups, including this convergence themed on peace and patriotism. It is the 10th Bayo International Peace Festival, organized by the Senegalese Bayo Association. This young man, Ali Bayo, a peace activist, dedicated his life to making his people in Casamance happy with a mission to forget the sorrow, war crimes, and cases they have been through by bringing different cultures and ethnicities together.
dañu toog xalaat ni culture tey moom mooy li nga xamante ne mën na tax ñëpp ñëw ensemble.
Culture is one tool we can use to bring everyone together, and that's the purpose of the festival. The other objective is to invite all ethnics so they can exchange during the period of the festival.
def musique tey boo koy déglu même boo xawee stress sax léeg-léeg da nga koy déglu rek nga gis sa xel mu daal donc loolu.
And we all know the role of music in the society, and artists too play a vital role to promote association projects internationally.
ñoo xamante ni taxaw nañu ci projet bi ak aussi association Bayo Sora'S di ci woy te loolu message boobu tax na aussi projet bi gën a dem niveau international.
The festival is a cultural celebration promoting tradition and local music with highlights that bring laughter and joy to many, especially those affected by war. A major commitment to peace activism, which has already seen some success in Senegal, is of particular importance to Ali Bayo, the organizer who lived in Germany for more than 2 decades and conceptualized the Peace Festival to promote open dialogue and sharing of cultural backgrounds. After a closed-door meeting with Salif Sadio, MFDC leader, Team Bayo proceeded to the King of Usui, as usual, to strengthen peace in Casamance. For the first time, the association invited the Senegalese Association of Mine Victims, who joined Bayos and partners from Germany to accompany the team.
We are invited to the Peace Festival here in Ziguinchor. He invited us building bridges about the conflict parties here in Senegal.
For me is very important the freedom on the world and the peace in the world, and I will see the lucky peoples, and yeah, I like the happiness, and I wish all people the happiness and the freedom and the peace on the world.
These are people greatly affected by mines who continue to play a vital role in their communities through sensitizing and social preservation mechanism, protecting their people against the war.
Depuis conflit bi commencé daaw rek la ñu gis ni accident de mine amul.
Since the beginning of the conflict, only last year we did not have a victim due to the effort of the association. Every member in the association passed through a lot, but thanks to God, we are coping and have a chance to raise a family. We are the only association in the world that doesn't want more members to join us. That is our aims and objectives. and we are doing our utmost best to achieve our
ndax
goals.
loolu mën a arrêté bañ a yokkuwaat.
donc man message bu may lancer jëmale ko sax ci média bi.
The message I will send to the media is for everyone and anyone from the Senegalese government to pay attention to this association of mine victims.
association bi parce que dafa am solo ay yaay ay papa ñi nga xamante ay maanaam ay waajur lañu.
Most affected people of the association are responsible parents feeding their families. I can say I am a messenger because I'm an artist in Ziguinchor, and I will sing a song to send a message to authorities to fully support this association.
danañu gën a xam ne am na li nga xamante xew na fi ci Ziguinchor am li ngeen daj xëy na du seen coobare du tamit lii ngeen a sàkku donc tey mérité ngeen.
What happened to you is not your fault. You deserve to be awarded by the government and any other association in Ziguinchor.
Par rapport à l'association, bon, xëy na tey prise de contact la.
Today, we can say is the first step, but in the future, we will exchange ideas, make sure we find solutions, and we will better understand the stance of the association, and together we can have a better solution to this situation.
Surtout le retour de la paix définitive en Casamance.
Team Bayo Sora also visited Professor Noah Cissé, who always moderates the festival conference to expand the discourse for peace.
Patriotisme et paix me semble être un terme extrêmement important.
Patriotism and peace seem to me an extremely important theme. Patriotism is by definition love for the fatherland, and this great esteem for his fatherland is a posture which leads the citizen by all, including for the supreme sacrifice. That is to say, the possibility of living his life to sacrifice himself for the benefit of his homeland. This for me is extremely important. Peace by definition is both a situation of neither war, but it is also a balance which allows the citizen to benefit as fully as possible from all the rights, but also from the equity of sharing dividends as a nation available to citizens.
The delegation later visited the MFDC political headquarters, where we were told the history of the group and their stance on the future of their people.
Je pense que c'est nous qui souffrons. C'est nous qui avons vu les atrocités. Mais
I think it is we who suffer. It is we who have seen the atrocities. We do not want a peace which is fake. That is what Father Jamakun said. He was very clear. He does not want peace which is fought on the sands, a movement of unrealism and arbitrariness. That is how Father Jamakun said, and so far the movement remains in this position. We all want peace. How many sons of Casamas have been dead for decades and decades? How much economic backwardness we have caused, both economically and demographically. This lack of education is missing. Look at tourism. Sometimes they tell them not to go to Casamas because it is a danger zone. They have to be directed to the north. We had seen all of that. Peace is priceless for us, but peace is real. No peace without truth, no truth without justice, no justice without the correct application of God's law in these fundamentals. You won't steal, you won't lie, and you won't kill.
tu ne mentiras pas, tu ne tueras pas.
People of Jegun, a prominent southern Senegalese community, organized a peace festival with the Bayo Sora Association, engaging seasoned diplomat Dr. Ibrahima Badji and the president of Le Partenariat Africa pour la Citoyenneté, le Travail et l'Émergence, Pact Movement, as chief guest of honor to popularize the peace effort.
La paix, vous le savez, et le développement sont un binôme indissociable. Sans la paix, il n'y aura point de développement.
Without peace, there wouldn't be development. And for us from this region, it is important. We all want to see together the Casamas we are praying for.
Voilà, de notre côté, Ali est
On the other side, Ali is a childhood friend in Bignona. So if he calls me, I should answer his call, especially in the sense of peace.
surtout qu'il m'appelle dans le sens de la promotion de la paix. Voilà, c'est ce qui est le sens véritable de ma présence ici aujourd'hui à Djekoun.
Dr. Bayo, who was a classmate of Ali Bayo, described the peace activist as a man greatly committed to social cohesion, recalling school's days when he used his drum to spread the message of peace.
Ali, c'est depuis l'enfance quelqu'un qui était très ancré dans la culture, tout ce qui est culturel, il a toujours aimé. Voilà, allant des danses traditionnelles.
Ali, since childhood, is someone who is rooted in culture. He has always loved what is culture. Every time we were at school, he likes to take this djembe to practice this art that he still loves and continues to practice. So he is someone who has already been a man of peace, solidarity and fraternity. And this commitment to peace and culture does not date from today. We discussed when we were students. We talked about it all the time, and we once dreamed of being able to take action in this direction for the benefit of the population of this region. It is in this direction, and if it materializes, it is a pleasure to see our childhood dreams come true.
Des populations de notre région. Voilà, cela se concrétise. C'est un bonheur de voir que vraiment nos rêves d'enfance se réalisent.
This is a day of entertainment when joy is shared amongst the youth and elders who gather to forget about the past and their sorrow amid the chaos of war which they have been through in the past decades. Ali Bayo and Dr. Ibrahim Badi fully understand the power of sports in promoting universal values that transcend language and culture. It is a universal language that brings people together, irrespective of their origins, backgrounds, religious beliefs, or economic standing. As Nelson Mandela beautifully said in 2000, sports has the power to change the world. The festival is a moment when culture is revitalized, with performance giving opportunities to young artists to display their talent and entertain the crowd.
yéene sa bopp ci lu baax yéene ko sa morom xeexoo bi daf ñuy gën a tardel te lenn.
This fight will waste our time, and I will confess something today, that we Africans, we have a bad attitude that I have lived and experienced. If you had a fight, for example, with someone, it will take months or a year to reconcile with that person. That is a waste of time. Let's try and change that attitude. If we quarrel today, let's reconcile the same day. The 11th edition will be held next year from 13 to 21st January 2024 in Ziguinchor, Koloban village, which Ali Bayo described as a unique celebration full of surprises, with artists and leaders around the world set to be invited to the 2024 convergence themed on promoting peace and environment sustainability.
Nos dirigeants complexés se comportent toujours comme des chiens. Ils n'ont jamais de la paix. Quand nous cherchons sans cesse.
Man ak samay maas jàmm la ñuy ñaan biir Casamance mënuñu ko am depuis jamono rek maam jàmm du as tuut lañ ci ñam waali ba kañ soco suuf faat ba kan fu ne dundam la am lu tax nga war ko xañ ci kaasa nekk ndam duñu ko xañ nañu ànd xeex am ci ndam kenn duñ